Yeah, we'll take a few minutes break. I think you can give me two artists who perform.
All right.
Then after that, we'll be discussing trauma in depth.
We're on it. The next artist is Witty Butterfly. One time, welcome.
Bana, jikaze mama. Yo. Mwecheche. Ndo sisi hawa sasa. Yo, big up, I got. Yo. This song goes for you. Yeah. Yo, jikaze usilie mama. Mimi mwanawe nakupenda sana. Jikaze mama, jikaze. Jikaze mama, jikaze. Jikaze usilie mama. Mimi mwanawe nakupenda sana. Jikaze mama, jikaze. Jikaze mama, jikaze. Hello mom, najua umenimiss. Thanks for your love, thanks for your prayers. Imekuwa muda since tuongee. Uko unang'ang'ana kila siku mapambano. Gotea bro, gotea pia sis, gotea pia dad. Kweli na wamiss, na ufanya mziki. Bado nakumbuka nyumbani kuna dhiki, kwa siku tutapata. Jikaze usilie mama, mimi mwanawe nakupenda sana. Jikaze mama, jikaze. Jikaze mama, jikaze. Jikaze usilie mama, mimi mwanawe nakupenda sana. Jikaze mama, jikaze. Jikaze mama, jikaze. I promise you mom, tutatoka kwa hizi shida. Ulisema mimi ni winner, yani kama soja. Bado nang'ang'ana, jua nitarejea. Mama nakupenda, mateso ni ya muda. Don't cry mama, I say don't cry. I say don't cry. Jikaze usilie mama, mwanawe nakupenda sana. Jikaze mama, jikaze. Jikaze mama, jikaze. Jikaze usilie mama. Yo, thank you so much. Nakupenda sana. Jikaze mama, jikaze. Jikaze mama, jikaze. Yo, thank you so much. All mothers around the world. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I go by the name Lil Butterfly. Yo. Shukran. Yeah. Ha. Lazima ndaomoka katika jina la Yesu. Lazima ndaomoka. Lazima ndaomoka katika jina la Yesu. 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 Lazima ndaomoka katika jina la Joka smoka. Bado mina foka, mistari ndo nachonga. Uchafu sezi bonga, pezo la kwa mi mbona. Nilisaritoka, nisikiza Pastor Chris. Wanita chop you with. Nafukuza shetani na see please. Yesu ndo na please. It is what it is. Bado niko kwa my knees. Praying like Father please make me a billion. For as long as the Lord is on the throne, I'ma stay strong. Lazima ndaomoka. Lazima ndaomoka. Yeah. Lazima ndaomoka. Yeah. Lazima ndaomoka. Sure. Lazima ndaomoka. Yeah. Lazima ndaomoka. Lazima ndaomoka. Lazima ndaomoka. after could decide for God. Mlambo sahindo nadai ingia kwa hinda usiniliza why usinilikuwa cheza chai for real suti bila tai humwaka why God asanti kwa kuni bless walai cheza chini cheza ndogo kwa mless shara turi shari test bado niko fiti of course unajua niko best kizuri cha jiuza kipacha jitambez chungana na hawa wa rash find a wife is still loyal to her yay sometimes he lost in love sometimes he had instead lazima ndaomoka lazima ndaomoka yeah lazima ndaomoka katika jina la Yesu 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 lazima ndaomoka katika jina la Yesu. Yes, shukran by the way, my name is Asanteni. Asante. So nilikuwa naitwa Esapo DG back in the day, lakini nilibadilisha jina for personal reasons. So naenda by Dionysius. Dionysius tu ni jina tu ina ape in the Greek like ni Dennis. Jina yangu ya ukweli ni Dennis. So natumia Dionysius the Beloved. So ukienda YouTube unaweza nipata under that name. So unaweza ni follow pia on TikTok, Facebook, IG, Threads under the same name Dionysius the Beloved. So shukran sana.
Thank you for all the artists when wametupatia a refreshing break. Now we go back to the panel, and this time round let's discuss trauma. I'll start by maybe giving an example of myself, and so that I can also prepare the audience to prepare questions on that line of trauma. Well, growing up, I grew up with both parents, and they were both present. When it comes to supporting, I don't think we never had. I know people know how typical dads when you're mezaliwa millennials wenzangu wanajua dads used to come home and that's it, like akiingia kwa sitting na wewe unaingia bedroom teke azinisiaka kila mtu akiingia tuna shift, yani kila mtu anachukua shift yake, and got to a point where my dad was abusive in some way. And he was really abusive to the extent that I could spend so much time nalala nje juu ya na kunyimwa chakula juu ya simple mistakes na kupoteza mbuzi sometimes ama punda. But that brought me to a place where I had trauma. Na I came to realize I had trauma because now when I started engaging with when my relationship with the other people and wanawake, it got me to a place where I was a people pleaser. So I pleased a lot of people. Hata nikianza kunywa sasa nataka kununulia kila mtu pombe yo. Mimi ni kuchafua meza. Ukingenijua hiyo time ungekuwa ukijua mimi patwa kiingia tu ni kuchafua meza. And I came to therapy, that's when I discovered, man, this is trauma. Napitia trauma ya my dad was not there to cover me and shield me and then to give me love. Ndo niache kutafuta love from other people. So, Kev, I'll start with you because you're the man. Have you experienced trauma?
Well, definitely all of us have been through traumatic experiences, and trauma affects us in different ways. One, it could change you for a person who you are not. It could make you a person who is too good to others because you are trying to fill some void in your space. And it could also make you a very rough person. So trauma could be both good and bad at the same time because it is an experience that has shaped your life. And a good thing, maybe let me talk about something good about trauma, right? For example, if you've been conned once, it is very difficult to be conned a second time because the trauma that you got inakufanya unakuwa very alert in your next dealings. And normally we usually talk about PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, after having a traumatic experience, there is the stress disorder that comes with it. Normally, people don't take it as a disorder, but it's a disorder which is medically diagnosed because it shapes a lot of aspects about our lives. For example, we have these people who cry out of nothing. Like every emotion to them is expressed through tears. It could be a joyous event. It could be just a normal conversation. As a kuja, they just see this setup and they shed a tear. Now, that has been shaped by something that has been happening over their life. And going through trauma is not something that is bad. It is good. It shapes us. It helps us identify some things in life. There are things that you can never be conversant with if you've not been through a traumatic event, right? So trauma is good, but the best thing about trauma is the moment you start realizing that there is something that happened to me and I need to work on it, that is the best thing that happens to someone's life because it helps you now to protect other people from being victims of what you've been through. But now if you fail to identify it early enough, now the negative bit of it will affect the people around you, and that makes people think you are a bad person, which you might not be a bad person. It is just what you've been through that makes you look like a bad person. That's what I'll talk about.
Okay, Kate. When you're in a relationship with a man, at what time do you realize that this is trauma I'm dealing with, and this is just his character and I can't tolerate it? When do you differentiate between the two, trauma and a character? I don't know now the definition of a woman or a lady, for that matter. How do you define this is trauma and I can help you heal, and this is just a character I cannot tolerate?
Only a healed person is able to identify another person's need for healing authentically. So, before my own healing, I wouldn't be able to see it as trauma. I would see it as abuse. I would see it as indifference. I would see it as lack of love. I would look for big words to define him. Narcissistic, wasikia? Hiyo kitu sana tunapenda sana wasichana.
Wanawake.
Yeah, kusema narcissistic. But once I have had to go back to me, deal with me, heal me, then I am able to have compassion of another person, and I'm able to identify when something is coming from trauma or from character. Yes, so I would say that all of us have had traumatic events. I've given an example of my family where it's an ideal family, a very ideal family, yeah. But there were still moments that I got hurt and I didn't even know. So I got married with luck. I wasn't whole. So wale watu wa kanisa wanasema 1 + 1 = 1, but this is not 1. This is half, the other one is a quarter. So they are combining people that are not whole, so they cannot make a whole being. And I allowed a lot of things that I shouldn't have allowed if I knew. Because there was that glue that was sticking. Unasikia watu wakisema, if you see yourself tolerating bad things, wejiangalie. Because why are you tolerating it? It's because you don't know that you are tolerating it because it is numbing. It's emotionally numbing you. Inakupuliza. So yes, I would not. And I also want to say something. You finish that statement by saying, so I can help them heal. You cannot help anybody heal, especially if they are your spouses. You can only help them see themselves. Probably.
How do you do that?
By you healing yourself first.
What if you both are not?
You
not
have
in a
no
good
business
space?
being together. You will kill each other.
So, you would advise people who haven't healed not to be in a relationship?
I would. You see, there are already some of us like me who got married wounded. Yes, that is. You can't tell them separate and heal, isn't it? Maybe you would ask them to go for individual therapy. Individual, not couple. Couple counseling does not work if you have wounds, both of you. I tried it, by the way. And we went there and we still fought because the wounding was not the couple, the coupling. The wounding was different. I had my own, he had his own. Okay. So I am looking at very young people. My ideal audience nowadays is the young ones, the young adults, because they're not married yet. Those ones, we can talk to them about finding themselves. You have no business being in a relationship if you are wounded. You have no business being in a relationship if you don't have a mentor, not necessarily a therapist, somebody above you. All right? But for those already who are in a relationships, it is good to go for therapy. You go for individual therapy, you work on yourselves. I believe both of you have a very beautiful marriage or very beautiful union without the flaws. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Kev. Now, this word, I don't know whether umeitwa wewe. And since you have a bachelor's degree in literature, define for us and expound more on a narcissist.
A narcissist. Those are big words from the internet, right? No, I will not use the dictionary meaning of the word narcissist, but terming someone as narcissistic, first of all, I say that's an opinion, right? Because that's someone's opinion of your character. They think from the way you behave, you are narcissistic. Now, I don't believe that there is a man who in his own right of mind anaweza kaa hivi amue, I am a narcissist, right? What I know is people will try to give the best versions of themselves to people, to other people. Now, from the word, from us, we are called humankind. We are the human race. It's like humankind. Now, the second word is kind. Now, being kind is a part of us. It's something that is instilled in us. Now, as you're interacting with someone, hata ukienda tu kwa duka, that normal interaction, there is that aspect of normally just want to be kind, right? So if you are in a place where, and that word narcissist comes from your spouse or someone you are in an intimate relationship with. Now, if you get to a point where someone calls you a narcissist, number one, that definitely inaonyesha there is an aspect of yourself that they think you are failing at. There is a part of you that they don't feel like it's satisfactory. Now there is maybe a role that you are playing wakati wa campaign, na campaign imeisha, now you are not able to play that role. That brings us to the question, how do you explain a father without money? And someone said money had been used somewhere, right? Now, the point that campaign iliisha, now you start becoming a narcissist. Now, if you are call that term, sindio? They have identified you as a narcissist, right? What should come to your mind? That is now the best approach to narcissism, right? What should be the best approach, which I would request you to answer.
Allow me to go back a little bit and say all of us are born narcissist. Narcissistic is a character that we all have. Like they say, we all have cancer genes. Have you heard that? We all have cancer cells in our bodies. It's only when they start misbehaving, they start eating us. Because if you look at your babies, those who have babies or you've seen babies are selfish. I mean, how do you define a child? Yeah? They want the dolls, they want the cars, they want the bread, everything belongs to them. All of us, but some people don't outgrow. According to studies, people who are narcissistic in society are very few. They cannot have multiplied all of a sudden. They are very few. It's actually a personality disorder, just like PTSD, that is actually diagnosed by the doctor. These people have no ability to live a normal life. Most likely because of they have a very post-traumatic childhood. I agree with him that by the time somebody is calling you a narcissist, they don't really mean that you are narcissistic. They're just simply saying there are things that you're doing that are offending them so badly. So if somebody is calling you a narcissistic, especially your spouse, then it is time for you to sit down and say, why are they calling me a narcissistic? What have I done? Maybe ask them, what have I done for you to call me that? Then from then on, you need to seek help. Obviously, you need to, and it does not have seeking help from outside. The best help you can seek is from within you, isn't it? If somebody said, ameongea mambo ya campaign, I hope nimeshika vizuri, I'm analog. He's talked about a campaign, and he said that there was money involved during the campaign, and the campaign has happened, and now you are now the campaign has finished, so you are in the house together. Is that what you meant? And now you are not giving money. See, obviously, wewe ni narcissist. Kwani wewe ni nini? Si wewe ni narcissistic kweli. Mbona unipei do na hiyo time nyingine wewe ulikuwa unanipea do, unipeleki salon na ulikuwa Sasa ni time ujiulize, why am I not giving the money? So maybe the money is not enough because maybe now you are many, the needs are many. Ama mwanaume by the way waki. It's like ushaiona lion imeshiba na inakibizana na gazelle huko nje. Si kishiba inalalanga tu until the next time is hungry. So ni vizuri hata kama umeshiba bado uendelee kunonesha hii gazelle, so the time you need to hunt it isikakumbie because imenona. Tunaelewa ama tumeenda kwa proverbs?
Tunaelewa. On that, I want to ask you a question.
So
if
before you ask me a question, let me answer exactly now. Say what you need to do when you are being called is introspect. Find out why you are being called a narcissist. What is it you're not doing that you used to do? What has changed that you don't need to change? Have a discussion with your spouse. Agree on this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Money is going here. We have to invest. We have to do what? This behavior is coming because of this behavior. And then you agree. If both of you then cannot find a solution, then you need to find someone to help you get a solution. But I keep saying the best solution is yourself. You are the best therapy is you.
Okay. Before we even take questions from the audience, I have a quick one for you. You're working and your man is working. Should your man give you money for salon?
Now, what do you want me to answer as a woman?
Is it an obligation
or
to me?
As a coach?
As a woman and also as a coach. I think you can give me both.
As a woman, yeah. Oh yeah. As a woman, kindly do.
Is that a must?
Actually,
and you're working?
Actually, take me to the salon.
As a coach?
Yeah. As a coach, we agree. I can't. How am I supposed to take myself to the salon and I am married?
No, we're saying as a coach, remember this is
as a coach, we can agree that you don't have money for the salon today, but you will not always not have money for the salon. Anyway, as a coach, financial coach, which I'm not, but I will say a little thing I know about finances. As a couple, you need to sit down and agree on your financial goals. Where are you headed? What do you want to? How much money do you need? So once you agree on that, then you agree on this basket here, which is where we need to go. We are putting a particular amount of money. So if I say, babes, give me money for salon, and babes does not have money for salon, I will not create a grudge because I know where babes' money for salon is not there. Okay, so I would say as a couple you need to have, especially now, because unajua hiyo time wanawake kwa naenda shamba, walikuwa naendanga shamba, sasa hakuna shamba. So I would say you agree on your financial goals, where you are headed to together, and plan on what you are supposed to do with the money. Therefore, when we can agree, you'll be taking yourself to the salon, I'll be taking myself to the kinyozi, so that we can save this much. Yeah, you have combined financial goals. I think that is, then we will not have the problem of where fanya hii. Yeah. But as a girl, honestly, men need to do some of these things for your woman, because if you don't do, somebody will.
Kev, does that make you less of a man if you don't do that? Tutazima kamera, zima hizo kamera, zima kamera. Let Kev answer.
Okay, nitampatia, lakini nataka kusema, because I answered first that it should not make him less of a man. Because when we look at a man definition, when we began with fatherhood, we didn't place the responsibility of a woman to a man.
See what you did there. Lazima ungesafisha. But anyway, Kev,
Okay.
we go back to you.
I think a man feels very proud when he's providing. That gives you some pride. If you can provide, it gives you some pride. But if you are not in a position to, then it's okay. But if you can't do it, you better do it.
Have you ever been broke
Almost every time.
in a relationship and broke?
Okay, you could be broke, but your other person should not know that. Hiyo hafai kujua ati uko mbaya.
Is that true?
I don't want to negate it, but I think it's good if she knows. Because then when she knows, she's not placing on you demands that you cannot meet. Of course, you will not say, see, okay. Maybe we should a bit, at some point, talk about the society and the burden they have placed on a man.
Let's do that right now.
Because this burden of that men are told, on even me, I just did that a while ago, isn't it? You place a burden of your own existence to a man. So these guys have seen us mothers do that. Sometimes it closes the boundary such that a man stops to feel man enough if they are not able to carry these burdens. Okay? But there's also the culture bit of it. So I would say that once you know who you are, then you know what you can handle and you know what you cannot handle. And therefore, the societal pressures are not going to define who you are. Nobody has the ability to define whether you are man enough or not, but yourself. Because you know you are. But as he said, there are responsibilities that are there that a man would provide for his family. So if a man is not able to provide for his family, then they will definitely be feeling they are not man enough, especially if they are traumatized or they grew up with fathers that provided. So it's a win-win situation, and I say it's individualized, that you identify yourself first as a man, you identify what you want to. If you're broke, it's okay to talk to your spouse and say, I am not financially fluid right now, but we will get there. So when I say, when like now, when, I'm told I'm not financially fluid, then I know that we can do with tea leaves and leave the coffee. I mean, women have that intuition to know that if you're not, the thing is you are hiding, you are saying, I'm not financially fluid, and you coming in the evening drunk or the whole day, the whole time thinking you are lying. So your word should be accompanied by your behaviors. That all of us are suffering. It's not me suffering here with the kids, and you nakuja ukinuka nyama na ka toothpick.
Kev, give me real life examples of some of the pressures you think women put on men.
There is a lot. There is a lot. But before I talk about the pressure, let me talk about being broke. Just a little bit about being broke. Now, being broke is not wrong. And not being in a position to provide is not wrong, right? But the fear of being broke pushes you to working extra hard and trying to figure out, what should I do? Because at the end of the day, ninataka akienda salon, akuwe anasema my man, right? Ninataka akitoka, anasema my man. So what am I going to do? Because if I'm just comfortable and as a jilipia, then it puts me in a comfort zone. Then I'm not able to work extra hard. So I'll just do whatever, kidogo, nikona kidogo na ninatosheka. But if I have that constant pressure of provision, then it helps you. Again, you also have your parents, right, who you are taking care of. You also have a family. Now, that pressure, if it is constant, it keeps you working. And it keeps you pushing beyond the limits zenye ziko. Now, what is the pressure yenye women have put on men? Number one, if you're not married, a woman should not give you any pressure. If you are married, pressure is there. Because ana si kuwekewa, wewe ndio umejiletea that pressure. You brought that woman to your life, to your place. Now, that is pressure that you've brought yourself, because you know the fact that you are in that house, you should lead. How are you able to lead without being in that capacity? Now, if you want to say, sipendi nyama yangu ikipikwa hivyo, hiyo nyama umeleta. So you bring the meat, then useme venye itapikwa, right? So if there is a lot of pressure, it is us who are giving ourselves pressure. Number two, we have now the internet. Now, the internet has put us in a place where we are not now able to see what is real. Because I don't own a vehicle, right? But on the internet, someone bought their girlfriend a vehicle, right? Now, that is part of the pressure yenye sasa now we can experience, which kama dem yako anataka gari na wezi afford, mnafanya nini? What are you doing? So it is you who is exacting that pressure on yourself. If you can't live to the standard that she wants, I mean, the ratio is too big. You can just adjust kidogo to where you can fit. But hizi vitu tunasema anakupatia pressure, I mean, you are in the wrong place. And if that pressure is not healthy for you, inaku outgrow, you leave, go to somewhere where the pressure that is there is one that you can manage and one that pushes you to your limits.
Okay, I think you've answered. I will take some few questions. If you guys have questions. Hey, kuna mtu ako na swali? Yeah. Kendo, I think you'll pass over the mic. Before we go for another musical break.
Once again, habari yanyu.
Nzuri sana.
Okay, I would like first to talk about that issue of narcissist. Is it narcissist or whatever? First of all, according to my view, when you are dating, you go with stages. So I don't expect tukidate, we are eating pizza, then tumeoana, tumepata watoto, and you expect the same. So as the time is going by, kuna responsibilities. Na hapo ndo men wengi wanafail. Then, on the issue about the traumas, I want you to address how poverty or insecurities venye inaweza solviwa in fatherhood, so that it can't affect the fathers on mental health issues. And gaslighting. Because in some marriages, you'll find the woman is gaslighting the man. There is no accountability and more things like that. Sante.
I wanted to ask a question, and maybe I will not personalize it to you. The question is, who do you marry? Who is it you're married to? Who expects that you are eating pizza, both of you hanging out, and now you have children and you're eating pizza? I'm throwing it back. I'm throwing it right back. Because you know what that means. Without even you, those questions, you just call them rhetorical. You don't want them answered. Who the heck are you married to? I mean, what were you doing in dating? So it goes back to addressing ourselves before even having any relationship. I would expect that all of us are going to cancel those girlfriend relationships after this and rethink, because you might be with the wrong rib that eats pizza, and you are a Cain, you eat vegetables. Ye ni Abel anakulanga nyama, munafanya nini hapo hata libu nini? Isn't it? Because if you look at all these scenarios, we are having a lot of incompatible people together. People who don't have the same, things about life. So we start labeling other people because we are not getting satisfied in these relationships because we are in the wrong places. So if I would go back to being a teenager. The first thing I would do is work on myself and have a vision on myself, my financial goals, my marriage goals, how many kids I want to have, all those things together before I look for someone. So when I'm going out there, naenda na manifesto. Si unatafuta tu ati yule mtu akona nini kubwa. Ndio wewe unaleta kwa nyumba na unapata ikisha kuja kwa nyumba isi kubwa tena hadi unaona zingine kubwa huku nje. That's a mother talking. So now trauma. So we go back again to trauma, that you have to identify trauma. You cannot identify trauma kama hujijui. Kwa nini wewe unataka kuhang out? You know, I like what he said. He said that he realized any people pleaser. Yani anataka ajulikane alikuwa kwa hiyo rende. Anafu anaenda kuteseka huko. Do all the pesa alikuwa nazo amemwaga pale kwa ile meza. That's what he said, isn't it? So when he knew he was a people pleaser, he wait a minute. Ana pause. You pause. You know, Gen Zs are always on the move. You pause and ask, why am I pleasing people? Then he realized it's my dad. And then he sought help, isn't it? That's what we all must do. Pause a bit. What is this thing we are running around? Munaita siaka siaka. Stop siakaling for a moment and look back at your life and see where you need to adjust. Tuko pamoja? So that is it about trauma. You have to address your own trauma by yourself before you go to being with a partner. Wale wako na partners tayari tumesema, you identify your own traumas, you seek for therapy or someone. It doesn't have to be expensive. You know, therapy is expensive out here. Look for someone you can talk to. Look for a mentor. Somebody who has your own vision as well. And then address them individually. Then you're able to tell your wife, you know, because let me tell you, how you respond when you don't have trauma, you can bear me witness. And when you have trauma, it's very different. Somebody will come and throw a word at you. When you are traumatized, you react to it. When you are healed, you respond. So if you heal yourself and go home and your wife, sort of gaslights, let me talk about gaslighting. Does anyone know the meaning of gaslighting? Ama tunaitumia tu. Let me give an example of gaslighting using a jiko. You go inside the kitchen. You put the gas on. After you put the gas on, see it's leaking. You are the one who's put the gas on. But then somebody else has come, either through your own influence, unamwambia enda washa jiko. What will happen? Fire, isn't it? That's what gaslighting is. Somebody is, anakufungulia tu, then anakuwasha wewe uache when you are the one who lights the fire, but you're not the inaitwa reactive abuse. So the kidogo itasemekana yeah alichoma nyumba, but you are not actually the perpetrator. So those gaslighting comes as a result of trauma. Hakuna mtu anaweza kugaslight kama ako sawa. So if all of us worked on ourselves, then we're able to heal ourselves, then we're able to respond to situations and not react. And some of those relationships have to go. When you heal, some relationships just sheds off. Am I right? Yeah. Have I answered your question? Yeah.
I think we'll have one more question, then we go for musical break, and then Kendu tanipatia wasanii wote. Halafu after that tutakuja ku wrap up. So I think you had a question, right?
Okay, so for me, I got a question for each and a question for both of you. So to start with, both of you as parents, at what point do you realize that you are the trauma in your family? You are the one causing the trauma to your kids. And once you realize that you are the trauma, how do you respond to it? Secondly, now as a man, at what point now do you feel is the right time to have family? Is it when you are financially stable, like I can now afford diapers, I can now afford school fees, I can now afford to have a family? Or is it when ukishajipata unaamua like ngori imenipata acha nianguke nayo tu like hakuna otherwise? And now to as a lady, how do you choose now a husband material? Okay, is it the right man for you or the right father for your children? How would you choose that one? Because I think nowadays mtu akuja ni usiku moja and one night stand anataka kuwa mtu wako, so like, and it doesn't work that way. So poor things. I think those are my questions for each of you and for both of you. Thank you.
We should go first.
Feel my director. You've decided we'll be vulnerable. Which one will I answer first? I'll answer by one I have already answered. I said, how do you look for when you're out there and you're dating and you're looking for a spouse? Because I see ladies here, so let me use the word spouse. You're looking for a spouse. Number one, I have said you have to know yourself. So if you're here dating, na ujijui, kwama kabisa, pause. First, you know yourself. So you create, I use the word manifesto, some people use vision boards. You create what it is you want in your life. So ukienda pale unatafta, you're looking all other, and you don't even look. Most of the time when you become you attract another you. You're not actively looking. Those people just start finding you because you are already in a position where you can be found. So you have to know yourself, you have to know what it is you are looking for. Sisi tulianguka nayo. Mimi nilianguka tu nayo, nilijipata. But I didn't know any better. But then the men of then are not the men of now. Walikuwa wanaajibika sana. So I will go back to, you talked about husband material. And I will try answer as a woman. Because a mother of sons, I'll answer as a mother of sons. You have no business being close to things that bring women, babies, when you can't take care of babies. Things that, can I say louder? You have no business being things that bring babies if you cannot what? If you cannot take care of baby. So you need to go to the supermarket and find what things you need. Diapers, nappies, by the way. You have no business. So first of all, you know you yourself, how do you want your child to be like? How do you want to raise your child? Then you'll know when you're ready because you have the resources to raise a child. And then you obviously will attract a partner who is also ready to be a parent. Na hakuna kujipata. Siku hizi kuna vitu nyingi. Kwa nini watu wanajipata siku hizi? Me, I don't think it is supposed to happen. There is so many things we can do. See, tutakuwa na hiyo discussion siku ingine. It is not for today. So husband material is when, first of all, you are emotionally ready, you are physically ready, and you are spiritually ready. Because you are the authority, you are the leader, you are the one who is supposed to be guiding everything in that house. So you have to be spiritually set, you have to be emotionally set, and it is not a lot of things. Because if you have 10,000, you work with 10,000. You don't have to have 1,000,000 shillings. But it is you and your dream. And you get somebody of the same dream. So I would say it's a personal question. You are supposed to know when you're ready. Let me talk a bit about dating. And I know I am very controversial with this one. I excuse myself by being analog. When you are dating, you're not married to somebody. He said you don't have to have any pressure if you're not married. Sasa mtu anakuwekea pleasure aje na hujamari. Ati wewe ndio unampelekanga salon, my friend. Kwani ni nani? Is it your child? Is it your wife? So when you're dating, you're not supposed to be probably even having 2-3 ladies. Yes, but you're not emotionally involved with these ladies. You're not doing whatever it is you're not supposed to be doing with them. Because when you're, let me give an example. When you're stalking for a lad to buy, unaenda kwa moja unanunua. Si unaendanga. Shida ni kuigiza miguu unataka kupanda mahidi kwa shamba ya wenyewe. Shamba yenyewe usipande mahidi ama ukavuje miguu. But you can't marry the first lady you meet. Get to know Ajiro and Akinyi and whoever. Wanawake wagetupwa nje kidogo tuongee maneno. Anyway. Sawa. Same I think for women, by the way. Same for women. As long as you're not getting, I have used one word, you're not getting what? Emotionally involved. Na upadi mahindi kwa wenyewe. Juadi hujanunua beacon uko. Sasa si kwanza ni kuweka beacon ndio, yeah. You understand what I'm saying? The other question you asked me if it is, I have had to realize that I'm the trauma. This is a very vulnerable question. I'll try to answer it as minimally as I can. But I was wounded and I did not know that I was. Therefore, obviously, the person I got involved with was also wounded because wounded love wounded people. You cannot say, my wife is wounded, and you are not wounded. Both of you are wounded. One is wounding, the other one is allowing. So me, I was the one who was an enabler. I was allowing. And I came to realize it at some point when I already had children. And I had to seek for therapy. And because my children are already grown, I had to sit down and talk to them. And therefore, we walked that journey together. Tell them, I know I allowed, and tell them this is not what it should have done. Let me give, not an example with me, but let me just give an example of allowing. That a man comes home and physically abuses a woman. And the woman sits there, is beaten, scream a little bit, or doesn't even scream. Our ages, we wouldn't even scream, because you don't want the neighbors to know. So unapigwa, uscream, unaumia, uedi hosi, uedi polisi, unaamka tu, unadaganyana, unaambia watoto niliumwa na bee, whatever it is happened, there were bees in your room at night that stung you. And so the kids, they're not stupid. Eventually they get to know that there is physical assault happening. So you are allowing, as the woman, your part, or the man, because these days nasikia kuna wanaume wanawake wanapigana, you are allowing. So the question is, why am I allowing to be beaten? Why am I enjoying the pain? You see? So you have to deal with that, seek therapy, so you stop allowing. You put something we call boundaries. So yes, I had to go for therapy, and we had to talk to the kids, tell them, for example, in such a case, the example I've given, you tell them that marriages, there's not supposed to be physical assault in marriages. You let them know categorically that is not supposed to happen. Yeah.
Sorry. Yangu ilikuwa the right time to get married, right? So I'll answer that by saying we all have different definitions of success, right? Your definition of success is not my definition of success. Your time to be ready is not my time to be ready. But one thing, you need to be financially stable, kidogo. You can manage yourself and 2 other people. Now, if you are in that position, then you can get married, right? Pia usilete mtoto wenyewe alale njaa. Si ndio? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think, Kendu, if you're ready now, we can have a musical break. And then after that, we'll have a winding shot. And then after a winding shot, we have a small snacks that we have prepared for you. So, msitoke mapema. So, Kendu.
Street hustle bana.
Love you back in street, shine on, shine on. Gold riches car, better yet, shine on. Love you back in street, shine on, shine on. Gold riches car, better yet, shine on. I've been in the streets for damn too long. I just gotta make it right or wrong. I learn keep in my mind, not forgone. Like I chatting now, I know what is on. Most wanna talk, don't know what's on. Like a G, I say, hey, move on. Just gotta make it, only God knows how. Like a star, I'ma shine out and forever. Street is dramatic, can never get home. Deep in my soul, I know real love flows. So thug love to as they hold them, no. Blow like the street taught, you know, whoa. Now this music done, so it's the prophecies. Educate, edutain, name it, whatever. At least we know why we here now and forever. Forever,
It happened from the first time that I saw you. Your face, your smile, your voice, babe. Oh, I just can't seem to forget. Why is it so? I wanna know why. Girl, I just can't get you off my mind. Oh, I think you're beautiful. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Girl, I just can't get you off my mind. Oh, I think you're beautiful. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Now you see how I feel. You're the reason I'm seated here, writing a song for you. You're the reason I'm losing my mind, just like that. Girl, hear my cry, inside I'm dying, I'm going wild. I need to figure out, what am I gonna do? 'Cause I just can't get you off my mind. Girl, I just can't get you off my mind. Oh, I think you're beautiful.
Tell me what I'm gonna do. Girl, I just can't get you off my mind. Oh, I think you're beautiful. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Girl, I can't get you off of my mind. I'm trying, but I can't, and you think that I'm lying. You're a drug, and I'm drunk, cause you're just so fine. Me and you, baby, for sure I wouldn't mind. Your eyes, your smile, sexy thighs and style are just the simple things that are making me go wild. Oh my God, girl, you're so fine. I can't help repeating myself. You're like wine, intoxicating my mind and giving all vibes. You're just nice, your pretty face and mine, perfectly intertwined, and I'm wishing that you were mine. Truly yours, signing off. Girl, I just can't get you off my mind. Oh, I think you're beautiful. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Girl, I just can't get you off my mind. Oh, I think you're beautiful. Tell me what I'm gonna do. Asanta, Asanta. Moving on to the next. Thank you so much.
Check check 1 2 mic. Juge ndani ya building. Yeah. Tukisubiri kiasi nimesikia conversation yenu ilikuwa genje tu sana. Lakini sitaki maswali. Oza DJ.
Kama una swali uliza.
Sina. Lakini baba ni nani? Okay, kuna venye nilisikia ati kiasi. Holland. Ati ilikuwa kulea sijui ati kuzaa si kazi, kulea ndio kazi. But mi naona hao wahenga nikawa walikuwa wamechanganyikiwa kiasi. The reason ni wa mi alikuwa naitwa Lea. Hata before yani kuzalia huo jamaa akampotea. Sasa hii ni miaka 18 imeenda hajaiona huyo mtoi. So huo jamaa ni baba ama si baba? Ni baba. Thank you. Dad si baba. Ndio nauliza dad ni baba. Yeah? A father. Oh, okay, maybe sijui mwenye anazaa. So who is dad? And
hiyo swali ilikuwa kuileta kuna kitu inaitwa context. Kuileta into context. Ilikuwa uko a child mwenye halelewi na baba mwenye alimzaa, huyo ni dad. So we are defining tukitumia hiyo tulikuwa tunasema.
Nimeget sasa.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. DJ selector. Yeah. Acostral Aid Orchestra. Kendani Studios. Juwen. Slogan. You can kill the protesters, but you can't kill the protest. Yeah, Kenya. Yeah. Reason ya kujivunia kuwa Mkenya, yati hakuna kitu uwezi fanya hata kama ni mtu kugenya, ndipo uweze kupenya. As long as uko na pesa, wanyonge unawatesa. Hapa hakuna tension, pola tu uko na connection. Who knows who you got the protection. Unabaka mtoto na uwezi kustakiwa, unatoa mchoto uso unafunikiwa. Mapolitician wangu wamechanganyikiwa, speech ni kusoma chenye wameandikiwa. Ukipenda waite ma readers, wachache ndio unaweza sema ni ma leaders. Panganga kama form for leavers. Disney Ethan all my youth wachome livers. But zao sio wanaelekeza kwa rivers. Tuko na human rights but human wanaga rights. Kenya is a country where our life is valued more than human life. Watu wana madona fisi, hii inakuwa ni hadithi. Jaribuni kumwada hiyo ofisi, mjuane na sisi, ofisi ya KWS na Wakenya hawatabanja, wote watakuwa too speechless. That's why I'm proud to be a Kenyan, where many are confused. Najivunia kuwa Mkenya, please complain not to end up kuwa accused. I'm proud to be a Kenyan, where many are confused. Najivunia kuwa Mkenya, please complain not to end up kuwa accused. Kenya inakuanga ni nchi ya ajabu, so kujivunia mimi niko na sababu. Inakuanga ni kutafuta kazi, hatufanyagi kazi ndiposa tupate kazi. Hapa ni utoe ganji ndiposa upate kazi. Please most madem kupata job sio rahisi. Wrong, paka itelemke promotion na pate kwa ofisi. Una do unadharauliwa, nazo una respectiwa. Unapatia na hawezi arestiwa. Unaibia the more unaheshimiwa. Kwa suti na tai unasifiwa. Mkutano unapofi unapigiwa, shangwe na vigeregere, utadhania ni movie horror kumbe ni news koteli. Watu wengi mazishi huenda starehe, fashion show kuonyeshana makradi, mandai pombe sherehe. Msee hakuwa na grape na alikuwa mazishi. Kenya atakumada na tei sio dishi. I'm proud na venye sisi huaga tunaishi. Proud to be a Kenyan, where many are confused. Najivunia kuwa Mkenya, please complain not to end up kuwa accused. Najivunia kuwa Kenyan, where many are confused. Najivunia kuwa Mkenya, please complain not to end up kuwa accused. That's why I'm proud to be a Kenyan, where many are confused. Najivunia kuwa Mkenya, please complain not to end up kuwa accused. I'm proud to be a Kenyan. Majenzi mnakielewa? Hiyo ndio inaendanga. Mnagenyeshwa lakini hakuna kubanja sana. Inshallah. Unaweza ni follow Jugen the King, TikTok, YouTube. Yeah.
Kendu kuna wasanii wengine ama nini? Oh, ndo alikuwa act ya mwisho. Oh, okay. So we've come nearly to the end, and before we go to our wrap-up segment, there's a guy I wanted to invite here. He's one of our sponsors, and ana work na NGO inajiita Students for Liberty. Tom, it's your time. I know you're recording, but it's your time to come and maybe say something to the audience.
Yeah. Yes, good afternoon or good evening. Mimi naitwa Tom Okech. I work with Students for Liberty Africa. I'm the national coordinator Kenya. So Student for Liberty is an NGO that was formed back in 1978 somewhere in Europe by a group of young people. The same way wakina Kendo wamekuja ku form something is the same way this organization was formed. So our vision is to identify, train and empower young people who have something to do so that they can liberate their minds. So that is where the word liberty comes from. So we are not looking for young people to train them how to riot, how to do some demonstration. No, we are just helping you. Maybe you are a young people who have, you have an idea, but you don't have resources. And maybe you have resources and you don't have idea. So Student for Liberty is there to bridge that gap. So we are there to sponsor you when you are running your activities, when you are you have an innovation that you want to make it work. So that is all. Thank you so much.
Asante sana, Tom. Thank you very much. So as you take your snacks, just know that Tom facilitated that after this, but si saidi. So I think this segment nataka kusema kama kuna mtu ako na swali burning as we wrap up the session. Is there anyone who has a burning question? Kila mtu okay, I think wanaume wale wenye I think they are father figure, ni father figure yenyewe wanaenda nyumbani kuwakilisha. So I will get back to the panel. So, your parting shot. Kev, let's start with you.
Before we began, Kate asked a question.
Okay.
Kate.
Okay.
And she asked, "Who are you?" And my parting shot is an affirmation. There is a song by Fireboy, DML. It's called Champion. And that's my parting shot. Thank you.
So what can you tell your father if he was seated on that chair?
You would have done better.
Okay, wow. Okay, you're now the bombo class. Anyway. Kate, your parting shot, and maybe what would you have told your father if he was seated there?
I want to speak to the fathers here because we are mental health fathers, and I want to tell them that a healed man heals a nation. A healed man heals a nation, heals families, heals children, heals women. It is your responsibility to heal yourself. It is a responsibility to know who you are. It is your responsibility to honor who you are. When you do that, you will also lead others. Nobody is coming to do the healing work for you. It is you. You have to raise your hand and say, "I am ready." The moment you say, "I am ready," resources will come, people will come, you will find help. That would be my parting shot. Know yourself, lead yourself.
What would you tell your father if he was seated there on that chair?
I'll tell my daddy, "Daddy, you did well. You did well."
Okay, that's very good. Okay, let's give a round of applause to our panel. And also to ourselves. Mefa, you have been a very, very good audience. Mpigi makelele, mmekuwa mmenyamaza. So just a few points. I don't know whether we'll have a... Is it okay? Is it okay if you say something? Okay, let's invite the overall sponsor of this event. Give it up for Red Cross. Mmekalia viti za Red Cross. Wewe si upige makofi ama seme muamke. Hai.
Habari zenu. First of all is to appreciate each and every one of you kwa kufika hapa manze. Nkujitolea kwanza ni Friday, si ndio? Kuna form mahali, si ndio? But also to thank our panelists. Really, this was amazing, a very nice discussion. And also to encourage sisi mavijana that it's okay not to be. But what you do when knowing that you're not okay is entirely your responsibility. Okay. So as Kenya Red Cross, we are really pleased that you came to this youth center. Hii center inakuanga ya mavijana. Sijui kama mnajua hivyo. Do you know that? It's called a youth center. So inamaanisha, yani hii space yote imejengwa kwa vijana, sawa sawa. Inamaanisha you can come anytime, that is on weekdays, and you can mnaweza have discussions zenu hapo conference room, hapa kuna counseling center, pale kuna computers, na pale kuna studio. So usikuwe limited juu maybe ufeel ukiwa msanii, sawa sawa. Kama unataka kuja kutumia computers, sawa sawa. You can come and use the facility. Lastly is to say we also have our number, which is 1199. It's our toll-free number. June being Men's Mental Health Month, ni encourage if una feel ukiwa overwhelmed, if una feel una need that extra support, and you don't have someone immediate to support you, you can call that number. It's free, you can call anytime. But shukran manze.
Mwongezeni makofi tafadhali. She has really supported us, and she will continue supporting us as we move along. So Kenya mmesikia, at least upper there is a youth center. If you're out there and you're looking for a place and a hub that you can connect with creatives and also people who think alike, this is the place to be. And as I end, this thing will be having it the Creative Garage will be happening each and every Friday. So just mark your calendars. Na leo tulikuwa na turnout mzuri sana. So next time we are planning to have a very, very big turnout. So tafadhali, tukianza kusema mreserve, Si mnaona space yetu ni ndogo. Please mtuone. At least tumemwonyesha what we'll be doing. So when we start saying, guys, reserve, tafadhali mwanze ku reserve. But anyway, thank you very much for being here. I think I'll go back to the DJ, and this is a mingling and interacting session. So jua mwenye hujajua na hizo vitu zingine, na will be a man and take charge. Kama una pesa usikatiane. So adios.
I've been in the streets for damn too long. I just gotta make it right or wrong. I learn keep in my mind not forgone. Like I chatted now I know what is on. Most wanna talk, don't know what's on. Like a G, I say, hey, move on. Just gotta make it, only God knows how. Like a star, I'm shine now and forever. Street is dramatic, can never get home. Deep in my soul, I know real love flows. So thug love to as the whole damn know. Blow like the street taught, you know, whoa. Now this music done, so it's the prophecies. Educate, edutain, name it, whatever. At least we know.